I'm Juan Echanove. I'm the responsible here in the EU delegation to Georgia for agriculture, rural development, food security, food safety. Georgia is importing most of the basic foodstuffs. Virtually everything is imported. So you have this many people producing food in the countryside, and you have then in parallel the situation that in urban areas here in Tbilisi, most of the people are consuming imported foodstuffs. If any of these neighbors would like to, cut the food supplies to Georgia, in a couple of days this country would be under starvation. Agriculture is important for tackling poverty. Agriculture is important for economic growth, but agriculture is also very important for the very survival of the country, for the meaning of the country as a nation. The challenges are enormous. Everything is to be done, from fixing the problem with irrigation to ensuring proper markets for the products. Then this situation that most of the farmers have very small plots. So everything is to be fixed. I mean, the whole system, it's not working well. So there are actions needed in any possible direction. The government really has a commitment, a very strong commitment towards agriculture now. This is a government commitment to the change in the sector, but for that change to happen, they cannot do it alone. They really need all the different stakeholders to be part of it. We, the EU, we are extremely committed towards supporting agriculture in Georgia, but also the other donors, also the Americans, also some of the European member countries. Then a key player here should be the cooperatives, which are almost non-existent here. Cooperatives are about, okay, let's go together to the supplier of our fertilizers, so we will not go anymore one by one. It's the 20 of us in the village going there, so we will negotiate a better price. Or it is, okay, I cannot pay for a cold storage because it's super expensive for me. Let's have a cold storage that belongs to all of us, and we store our products there. Or why to bring my 2 boxes of apples to the market in my Lada if we can buy a truck altogether, and we do it that way. So it's about economies of scale, it's about going together. That is what cooperatives are about. The European Union supports better and more efficient agriculture in Georgia, because that could mean better life for many people in Georgia, for all the Georgians living in the rural areas. Also because that could mean further opportunities for Georgia to have better trade with the European Union, so at the end of the day to be closer to the European Union. Also because that will make Georgia more self-sufficient in its own agricultural products, so not so extremely dependent on imports. And also because if another important direction of Georgia is promoting tourism, that in this part of the world, in the Caucasus, is pretty much about ecotourism, and that requires to have communities in rural areas which are vibrant, which are alive, and that requires support and long-term plans for rural areas. One of the triggers of the engagement of the EU in supporting agriculture in Georgia, of course, has been this CFTA, this deep and comprehensive free trade agreement that we are going to sign with Georgia. This agreement is about trade, free trade. And one of the main goods that Georgia could trade with Europe is, of course, foodstuffs. And this requires for Georgia to match the very high food safety standards that we have in Europe. And for that to happen, it's absolutely essential to modernize the agricultural sector. Another one which is absolutely critical is that of poverty alleviation. We have a mandate towards poverty alleviation. We are spending European taxpayers' money during a time when there is crisis in Europe, because we do believe that in other parts of the world, including Georgia, there are people that require our support. And this is very obvious when we talk about farmers in Georgia, which are the poorest amongst the poor here in this country. We are directly supporting the people. We are doing it via technical assistance. This means expertise. You want to export your products, and they are asking you to match certain standards. You don't know how to do that. Okay, here is the EU that will give you a hand and will provide you the expertise again and the financial means to improve and be able to match these standards that the international markets are now requiring. To me, supporting Georgia is not only about giving money or technical assistance, it's coaching, it's accompanying a development. We work with civil society organizations in agriculture and rural development in order to first help communities to organize themselves, because without farmer associations, without cooperatives, it's really difficult to tackle the numerous problems of the farmers. So there is an important direction there. Supporting civil society is also a means at the end of the day to support individuals, the persons. And you cannot really commit yourself to economic development, which is what agriculture is about, unless you also tackle the social aspects, the social issues, and that you do via the civil society organizations. We are virtually the main ally of the Georgian government in this struggle towards modernizing the sector. So now we are working still with the civil society and via NGOs and other civil society organizations, and we are also working directly with the government, with experts assisting them, with support to the budget. So we have the assistance to the civil society and the assistance with the government. We are bringing advisors to work with the Ministry of Agriculture, and we like this concept. It's not about imposing the ministry what to do, it's to allow them have the right people with the right knowledge, so when they need expertise, they are there able for them. So with the government, we provide expertise and we bring conditionalities, which is a very nice concept, meaning we provide the support if you keep your direction. Food safety is key. It's absolutely determinant. So I could say cooperatives is a key word, markets and trade is another key word, food safety is another important element there. I'm more proud of as European Union is the change in the attitude. 4 years ago, talking about the importance of agriculture here was like, I don't know, was in the fringe of any political debate. No one was really considering this seriously. The very fact that now there is commitment by the government, commitment by the European Union to change that situation, that is very remarkable. So it's this change in attitudes. We still have to wait to see the results. But indeed, already this new approach, this new attitude, this hand that we are really given to that big part of the population, to me, it's very important and very, very remarkable development. And I'm personally very proud for our small or big, I don't know, contribution as European Union for this to happen.